Hello everybody and welcome to the Providence TF Green Airport. Today we are here for a morning airport update, so we have many different aircraft and even an airline that we normally don't see, or at least not as often in these airport updates, as it is a different time frame, and also this airline only flies in on a few particular days. So today we are here for this Providence update. We will begin right here with this American A319. This one is currently taxiing in after arriving in from Washington, D.C. at Reagan National, and it will be heading back out there today on the turnaround. Pushing back out of Gate 5, here we see this American Airlines 737-800. This one arrived in from the Charlotte Douglas International Airport and is now pushing back. It'll be making the return service back out to Charlotte. And next up here, we see this beautiful Sun Country 737-800 with split scimitars and in the 40 years with the 40 years of flight sticker. Congratulations to Sun Country on 40 years of flight. Well, now it is 41 years of flight, as 2023 was the 40th when this livery was introduced. So now it is their 41st year, but congratulations to Sun Country for that. This aircraft, of course, arrived in from the Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport and is currently getting the bags loaded up for its return service. It will be soon departing back out to Minneapolis today on the turnaround. So Sun Country does this service thrice weekly, competing with Delta, of course, who also operate Minneapolis to Providence. And Sun Country, they've been operating this for a while. I believe this route, I want to say it began back in like 2019 or something. I don't quite remember when. I do remember this route being announced and me being excited about it because Providence is a city that I do want to visit at some point in the future. And now there are two options of getting there from MSP, both Delta and Sun Country. So that is really cool to see right here, and glad to get Sun Country an airport update. It's been a while since we've included them here at Providence, so good to get them back in here. It is a pretty early arrival. The flight arrives in, it leaves MSP at like 6:30 a.m. and arrives in at around 10 a.m. local time here in Providence. And so it is a pretty early flight. Only operates thrice weekly, but it is a very nice service here to Providence, and glad to see that Sun Country is still operating it. And moving past the 738, here we see a pair of United Express aircraft, beginning with the CRJ 550 right there. In the front of your screen, this is operated by GoJet, arrived in from Washington Dulles International Airport. We'll be heading back out there on the turnaround. And then behind it, of course, we have the E175, which arrived in from Newark, operated by Republic Airlines, and is on the turnaround, of course. Pretty consistent. We always see these two, this pair of United aircraft in the airport updates. It's been consistent for as long as I can remember. And here they are once again. So, yeah, nothing really much going on with these United aircraft. They're still here. They're still doing their thing. And we're glad to keep showing off these aircraft here in these Providence updates. But yeah, not really much has changed over here for United. Still continuing with the CRJ 550s with GoJet to Dulles, and then the E175s with Republic to Newark. And our next aircraft here is this Breeze A220-300. This aircraft arrived in from the Raleigh-Durham International Airport, and you'll be on the turnaround heading back out there today. Looking very nice here for Breeze. They have still continued great service out of Providence, one of the largest airlines out of here, and that is fantastic to see. They have found some great success here at Providence. Now moving into our Delta section, we see two Mainline aircraft here today. You can see the next one peeking out over there, but first we'll start with this A320 right here. This one arrived in from the Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. Once again, we have a turnaround for this aircraft. This will be heading back out to Atlanta on the turn today. All right, and then here we have the Delta A319, the Airbus right here for Delta. This one arrived in from the Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport. Once again, we have a turnaround here. Always have so many turns in these airport updates. Probably gets pretty boring, but this is what happens at these smaller to medium-sized airports. Okay, here's the Sun Country competition for the Minneapolis service with Delta. It is on the A319, so this one arrived in about an hour after the Sun Country flight, so still pretty early in the day, but that's just how they roll here at Providence. And yeah, very nice looking aircraft right here, and good to see that MSP is getting well served here. Of course, that is one of my other airports on this channel, so got to represent. And so yeah, good to see some good, consistent service from MSP to Providence. And now we move into our Southwest lineup right here. We'll begin there. All the way in the back, we see this 737-800. And this aircraft arrived in from the Baltimore Washington International Airport. We're heading out to Tampa. So I recently took a flight from Baltimore to Tampa, ironically, on the 737 MAX 8, unfortunately, not on the 800. But yeah, that's pretty funny right there. I was flying MSP to Tampa, had a connection in Baltimore. I ended up missing our first connection because of delays at MSP and in Baltimore, to be fair. I was delayed at both airports, and then, missed that connection, and then eventually made it on the last flight of the day between the two cities on the MAX 8. And so that ended up being a long day, but Baltimore Airport is a really cool. BWI is a cool place. It's fun to spot there. So that was pretty cool to be there for the multiple hours of at least 5 hours that I was there. So that's pretty fun. Our next aircraft here in the middle, we have Freedom 1 and the 737-800. This one I've been from, coincidentally, Washington Reagan National DCA. We'll be heading out to Chicago Midway. Finally, we have the MAX 8 right here. This one is in from Orlando, MCO, Orlando International Airport. This will be heading out to Baltimore, BWI. So, yeah, that'll do it for today's Providence Airport update. Hope you enjoyed this one. It's good to get a little bit of a mix-up with the morning flights in here. Some more mainline action for Delta specifically, and for American, I guess. And also got Sun Country in here, which is great to see. Southwest pretty consistent as we always see about 3 aircraft in the Southwest section here. What that is great to see for them. They are the largest airline that serves Providence, so good to get a wide variety of their aircraft in these airport updates, as we usually do. That'll do it for today's update. As I said, I'll see you tomorrow. As always, good night. Auf Wiedersehen.